Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Porter Atkins versus Fisher.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Porter Atkins, you say since giving birth to your son, Jeremiah, 3 months ago, the defendant has done nothing to contribute to his care. You are tired of the defendant's paternity denial and claim he better step up once these results prove he is Jeremiah's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is absolutely correct.
Mr. Fisher, you state you are certain you are not her child's father and say another man is claiming that Jeremiah is his biological son. Ms. Porter Atkins, explain to the court how the defendant's paternity denial makes you feel.
Your Honor, to be completely honest, it enrages me because he knows for a fact that he is my son's daddy. When I came back to Arizona, I specifically told him who else was I sleeping with. I slept with you. I didn't see nobody else but you. So how are you gonna sit here and deny your son? And he even look a little like you, so you, look at him. No, for real, look at him.
Take it easy.
Look at that forehead. You can't tell me that's not him. You can't tell me.
I am sorry. I realize you are passionate about the similarities you see, but we know good and well we can't go off of looks in this courtroom. We just can't. But tell me about this relationship.
So, I was at work. I was working at a fast food restaurant. I saw him. I was on front counter. He was at the drive-thru. He was looking my way. I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't ugly or anything. You know, he had a couple tattoos, and I was feeling it. Like, I like dudes with tattoos, I'm not gonna lie. So I just so happened to get told to walk out his food. Oh, he was like, you know, you're really pretty. I was like, oh, thank you. He was like, can I get your number? I was like, sure, why not?
So I grabbed her number. We was texting and stuff, and she wanted me to come up there on her break. So I come here on her break. She's all on me. She's kissing all on me. She's touching on me.
Stop lying. First of all,
and it was,
Yana, now you ain't really not about to play.
Why can't I talk?
Because
wait, hold on, y'all. Wait. This all happened at the fast food restaurant?
No,
yes, in the
Tell
parking
me.
lot. And she even told me to bring a condom just to be safe.
Wait a minute. She said, come up on my break and bring a condom?
Yeah, she said, bring a condom just to be safe. It was a combo special they had.
You said it was a combo special.
It was a combo.
Lord. Miss Atkins, Porter Atkins, is this true? I need to understand from
No.
you. Did it happen that way?
His allegations are false. Let me tell you what actually happened since you want to be a clown. No, I did not get down and busy with you at no parking lot because I have more roles. Basically, when I had texted him, it wasn't no couple hours later, it was the next day, and he was like, yeah, cool, let's come kick it. That's the first time we had our encounter. Now,
so encounter means sex?
Yes, and that was in his bed, not at a parking lot.
This is 24 hours after he pulls up at the drive-thru, you all in the bed?
Yes, ma'am, and that's because I don't see myself being in a relationship. But see, we both know what we're here for. I'm not looking to be with you. I'm not looking to be booed up. You know, I'm an adult, you're an adult. I know what I'm here for. I'm just trying to get it in and leave, just like guys do to us. Guys act like that's the only thing they can do. Only guys can do that. Nah, females can do it too.
Females can do it, but we always lose that game. And as a young woman, you gotta be smart enough to be able to say, that ain't my game, because I play game, I win. Right? If it's a game that's set up for me to lose, I ain't playing. And this is one of them. So how soon after this happened and you started sleeping together did you find out you were pregnant?
We had a second encounter after I had came back home to Arizona, and it was on July 27th, and he asked me to send him a picture of the dress I was wearing that night because I was getting ready. And I actually have that for you.
You have a picture?
Yeah.
You submitted to the court?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did. And that night, we were sitting in the car and we were talking. I specifically told him that night, I am on my ovulation cycle. Today is a fertile day. If you slip up, I'm gonna get pregnant.
Right.
I asked him if he had a condom. He said no. We still proceeded to have sex. When I found out I was pregnant, they told me I was 8.5 weeks along. And they said possible conception was July 27th. July 27th was you.
She presented, this is a photo taken on July 27th, 2017 at 6:54 p.m. You said this is the photo that Mr. Fisher asked you to send him, and you believe this is the night you conceived Jeremiah.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the day.
Yes, that is.
I understand. Now, Mr. Fisher, I want to go to you and give you an opportunity to respond.
We it was an on and off thing. Like, she used to hit me up all the time just to, like, you know, chill and get intimate. She was very on top of the condom situation. I didn't want to use a condom. It's some concerns because after we had that night, she was talking and she was telling me about how all her sexuals inferior. She had a threesome. And I was very concerned. I had to grab a flashlight and flash it on her because I just wanted to see what I was getting myself into.
Boy, you about crazy sitting up here testifying about a flashlight.
I wanted to see what
hold on, Listen, don't be silly, because at the end of the day, you didn't have sense enough to know I need to wear that condom regardless of what it looked like or what the light shows. We don't need to be having sex without a condom. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. But you're saying you did have sex with her on a certain night unprotected.
I don't know what night, but
all right.
That's how you know you're lying. You can't get your story straight.
Listen.
Take it easy.
We know it happened and we know it only takes once. What I want to understand from you is your other doubts.
That I just want to know, because it's multiple people that was having affairs with her. I just want to know.
So you feel like she was having sex with other men?
Oh, yes, that's
how
I'm
do
trying.
You know that?
Because she sat there and told me in the car.
Oh, she told you
yeah.
herself. And who are these people?
She have a boyfriend that I believe.
I was single.
No, you were.
I was single.
Keyword you said was complicated.
I said I was single and I do what single people do. What you mean? I'm an adult. I'm grown.
So, Miss Porter Atkins, did you have a boyfriend? Were you having sex with somebody else in addition to Mr. Fisher?
No, ma'am, I was not. I was single, and he's the only man I had sex with. From when I left Memphis on July 10th through August 4th, he is the only person I had sex with. I was not in no relationship. I wasn't committed to nobody. I wasn't even talking to nobody. He's the only guy.
That's not
and for him to sit up here and lie,
I'm not lying.
Let me explain something to you, you deadbeat. Let me just explain this to you real fast. What you're not about to do is play and make me seem like I'm something that I'm not, because we both know that if anybody
she didn't even call me for delivery. She didn't even pick my name on the
certificate. Because you don't deserve to be there. My whole 40 weeks pregnant.
I told her.
My whole 40 weeks pregnant. Where were you? Every 3 to 4 months, you want to call and ask how I'm doing. You didn't do nothing. You ain't buy no Pampers, no wipes, no bottles. I did that. Everything for my son, I did. You ain't do nothing. You even check on him.
Miss Porter Atkins, calm down.
Jeremiah deserves so much better than this. He deserves to have a dad, somebody to be there for him, somebody to teach him how to throw a football, somebody to teach him how to change a tire, somebody to teach him how to be a man. I should not be the only person there for our son. He told me himself, I know he's mine. So why would you sit here and try to deny him? Why would you deny him the father that he deserves?
Miss Porter Atkins, calm down.
Please.
Mr. Fisher has said that he believes you were with other people. And that he knows he may be a possibility, but he doesn't believe the child is his because of other sexual relationships you were having.
Those other sexual relationships, I want to know, because I don't know these ghost people.
The ghost people you told me about when we were in the car.
What ghost people?
Send me the receipts. It's tax season.
Well, listen, this court is all about receipts. And we have identified a man who claims to be Jeremiah's biological father. Jerome, please escort Mr. Tate in.
I'm going right up there.
Oh, he looked like the baby, too. See? There you go.
Mr. Tate?
And I hope he's his and not yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Please have a seat. Thank you for joining us today. This court is aware that you believe you are Jeremiah's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell the court what your relationship with Miss Porter Atkins is.
Well, we met on Instagram, I say 2015. We was cool, best friends. We've been friends for like a long time. We was talking, everything, our relationship was going fine, well. Then we ended up, like I said, having sexual intercourse unprotectedly. I ended up getting her pregnant before us finding out she ended up having a miscarriage.
And then what happened?
Basically, I actually had sexual intercourse with her a day before she left to go, like to leave, I guess to go back to Arizona. And I think that was around like the 9th. So that's why I feel like it's probably like a possibility he's mine, because I know I had sexual intercourse with her before she left, unprotectedly.
Understood. Where were you going?
I was going back home to Arizona.
To Arizona, and that's where Mr. Fisher was. So the bottom line is you had sex with Mr. Tate, and then when you got back in town, you had sex with Mr. Fisher.
Yeah, a couple weeks later. So from July 10th, from me landing in Arizona to August 4th, I only had an encounter with him. But before I left, it was like a very emotional night. I'm not gonna lie, like our relationship just ended. I loved him to death. I love Jadrian, and I still do. He wants to be a father to Jeremiah more than he does. And he's willing to step up and take that responsibility. And I appreciate him so much for that because Jeremiah deserves it. He really does.
So, Mr. Tate, when I hear you testify, I can see that you do truly believe that this is your child.
Yes, ma'am.
Quite frankly, the time frame you all are talking about is very close in proximity.
Yes, ma'am.
In this courtroom, that equals doubt. Mr. Tate, you spoke about your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that you have confided in her and she knows something about this particular case as well. And I'd like to bring her in and hear from her. Jerome, will you please escort Ms. Tate into the courtroom now?
So you can go on the inside of here.
Ms. Tate, thank you for joining us today. Your son, Mr. Tate, has testified to the fact that he truly believes he could be Jeremiah's biological father. What do you know about this?
If you look at the timeline between the time Jeremiah was born and the last time they slept together, being in the nursing field, in the medical field, that's what I'm looking at.
Your son submitted a calendar that outlines the timeline. She had sex with Mr. Tate, your son, on July 9th.
Correct.
Jeremiah's birthday is April 16th. In your mind, that puts the window of conception near the time when your son was intimate with Miss Porter Atkins.
Yes, I have to say, just because you have sex today doesn't mean you get pregnant today. You can get pregnant tomorrow from having sex yesterday. Honestly, I can't say for sure, but we need to know, because we want to know. If Jeremiah is my son's, then we want him.
And you've been looking at these pictures every day. You look at them.
That's my baby. I mean, I see the resemblance, but then again, I just don't know. I just need to know if he belongs to me.
All right. Thank you so much for your testimony. You may have a seat here.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Fisher, does any of this testimony affect your belief as to whether Jeremiah is your biological son or not?
I still don't think that's my kid.
You don't think it's your child?
No, to be honest.
There's just something in you that doesn't believe it.
Yes, I feel like he'll probably be happier over there.
With Mr. Tate as his biological father?
Yes.
Why is that?
Look at him. Look like a respectable young man. Like,
he does.
He look like he got his head on his shoulder, so I feel like that's his kid.
Let's get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Porter Atkins versus Fisher, pertaining to whether Mr. Fisher or Mr. Tate is the father of the child Jeremiah Porter Atkins, it has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Fisher. You are the biological father.
All right. Do we need diapers right now?
You keep saying, this is not a joke.
It's my kid. Why can't I joke about it? I'm pretty happy now. Like, I know it's my kid. Why can't
But you're treating it like a joke. It's not a joke. The whole 40 weeks I was pregnant. I tried to tell you. It's not funny.
Listen, Miss Porter Atkins, the reason why we come here is to get the truth. Yes. The reason why we get the truth is so we know how to move forward. You came into this courtroom saying you believe Mr. Fisher was your child's biological father, and he is. But I will say this, Mr. Fisher did in fact have a right to be confused about the paternity And so with that said, the actions you engaged in sexually, they did produce paternity doubt. But the real fact and the absolute truth is, ultimately, Mr. Fisher is your child's biological father. You've got to figure out how to go forward in a different way. And I will say, Mr. Fisher, he's been a little bit silly, but I didn't take his statement of, does the baby need diapers, as being disrespectful. I thought it was his own way of saying, this is my responsibility and I'm ready to step up. You know, when you carry this hurt and when you engage in these activities, this is what I want you to learn. Remember I told you as a young girl, as a young woman, you got to learn we don't win this game. We never go out-sex boys. I don't want you to do this anymore. So going forward, I want you to figure out how to co-parent. You wanted him to be there so Jeremiah could have a father, but now you have to make room, right? You got to make space. And I wish you the very best with your beautiful little boy, both of you, all right? I want you to go talk to Dr. Jeff now and take advantage of the counseling and the resources we have for you. Court is adjourned.